the true nature of the cosmic microwave background. Anomalies. Look at this image. You've probably seen it before. It's been called the baby picture of our universe, the afterglow of the Big Bang itself, the cosmic microwave background. For decades, scientists have told us it's the ultimate confirmation of our cosmic origin story, a nearly perfect, uniform splash of light from the dawn of time. But what if I told you that this image, this very foundation of modern cosmology, holds within it whispers, faint, ghostly imprints that don't belong, anomalies, cracks in the cosmic egg, and that these cracks might not be mistakes in our data, but rather messages from a reality far stranger, far more magical than we ever dared to imagine. Welcome, everyone. Today, we're not just talking about science. We're going on a journey to the edge of understanding, to explore the true, mystical nature of the cosmic microwave background anomalies. First, let's feel the sheer wonder of what we're looking at. This light has been traveling for over 13 billion years. It's the oldest thing we can ever see. When this light began its journey, there were no stars, no galaxies, no planets. There was only a nascent, searing hot universe, cooling down just enough to let light break free and race across the cosmos. This is the fossil of that moment. And for a long time, we thought it was boringly perfect, a smooth, predictable canvas. But then, our telescopes got better. We sent probes like Planck and WMAP to map this ancient light with insane precision. And that's when the poets and the mystics hidden within the scientific community started to get very, very excited. Because the universe, it turns out, is not symmetrical. It's not perfect. It's lopsided. The first, and perhaps most profound, anomaly is what scientists, with their charmingly dramatic flair, call the axis of evil. Doesn't that sound like something from a cosmic thriller? What it refers to is a bizarre alignment in the cosmos. The patterns of hot and cold spots in this baby picture aren't completely random. They seem to be oriented, very faintly, along a particular axis in space. It's as if the universe has a preferred direction, a north and south. This shouldn't be. The cornerstone of modern cosmology is the Copernican principle, the idea that we do not occupy a special place in the universe, that the universe, on a large scale, is the same everywhere and in every direction, homogeneous, isotropic. But the axis of evil, it whispers the opposite. It suggests an architecture to reality, a grain to the cosmic wood, and we just happen to be aligned with it. Is that a colossal coincidence? Or is it a clue that our place, our very vantage point, is somehow significant? Then there are the vast, chilling voids, the cold spot. Imagine a region of space, billions of light years across, that is significantly colder than it should be, a cosmic shadow, a place where the ancient light seems tired. When this was first discovered, the obvious answer was a supervoid, a gigantic, empty region of space that the light had to climb out of, losing energy along the way like a cyclist pedaling up a hill. But we've looked, and there is no sufficiently large void there. The cold spot is a ghost, a shadow cast by nothing we can see. So what is it? Could it be the imprint of a collision with another universe? A bruise on our cosmos from a long ago impact with a bubble reality from the greater multiverse? Or perhaps it's something even stranger, a place where the very fabric of space-time is fundamentally different, a knot in the weave of reality that cools the light passing through it. Beyond these grand features, there are more subtle, but equally unsettling, quirks. On large angular scales, the universe is too quiet. There's not enough variation. It's like listening to a symphony and realizing the low notes, the fundamental bass that should shake the room, are almost completely missing. The universe is too smooth on the largest scales. Why? What process, in the first fleeting moments of creation, smoothed everything out so effectively? And then, there's the matter of hemispheres. The sky has a northern and a southern half, and they are not identical twins. One half has slightly more statistical power, more lumpiness than the other. It's as if the universe was painted with two different brushes. So we have a lopsided universe with a preferred axis, a mysterious cold shadow, missing correlations, and an asymmetrical sky. The probability of all these things happening by chance in a standard universe is astronomically low. So what are we left with? The data is telling us, screaming at us, that our standard model of cosmology is incomplete. It's a beautiful, elegant, and powerful story, but it's like a beautiful map that fails to mark the dragons at the edge. And the dragons are right here, woven into the very first light. This is where we leave the solid ground of textbook science and step onto the shimmering path of speculation. And this is where it gets truly magical. For centuries, mystics and sages have spoken of the Akashic Records, a non-physical library of all knowledge, all events, all thoughts, encoded in a subtle plane of existence. What if the cosmic microwave background is not just a fossil of heat and light, but a physical, holographic imprint of that record? The anomalies, then, are not errors. They are the places where the code is most visible. The axis of evil isn't a flaw. It's the spine of the cosmic book. The cold spot isn't an empty shadow. It's a chapter that was deliberately left blank, or perhaps a seal hiding information from a previous cosmic cycle. Think of our universe not as a solitary bubble, but as one thread in an infinite tapestry, the multiverse. The anomalies could be the pressure points where other universes in the bulk of reality press against our own. The cold spot could be the gentle impression of a neighboring cosmos, its gravity subtly influencing our own primordial light. The lopsidedness could be a fundamental signature of a reality that is, by its very nature, interconnected and interdependent with countless others. This moves us from a universe of isolated machinery to a living, breathing, holographic multiverse. In a hologram, every single piece contains the information of the whole. If our universe is holographic, then this CMB sky, this first and most important image, is the ultimate projection screen, and the anomalies are the glitches in the matrix that reveal the projector. They show us that what we perceive as a vast, three-dimensional reality might be a magnificent illusion, a cosmic fire on a distant two-dimensional surface. Let's take this even further, into the realm of consciousness itself. The most radical proposition is that the universe is not something we are merely in, but something we are an integral part of creating. The act of observation collapses probability into reality. What if the CMB anomalies are frozen echoes of the first act of observation? What if the reason we see a lopsided universe is because the primordial consciousness that witnessed the birth of everything, call it God, the source, the universal mind, had a perspective? The axis of evil is the lingering gaze of the first observer. It's a thought that should send a shiver down your spine. We are not just decoding the universe's past. We are, in a very real way, continuing its creation. By looking at this ancient light, by studying these anomalies, we are participating in the same cosmic process that began 13.8 billion years ago. We are finishing the sentence the Big Bang started. This is no longer just astronomy. It is a quest for meaning. It is the great convergence of science and spirit. The CMB anomalies are our Rosetta Stone, and we are only just beginning to learn how to read it. They challenge our deepest assumptions about reality, that it's objective, that it's local, that we are separate from it. They point toward a universe that is participatory, holistic, and deeply, mysteriously conscious. So, where do we go from here? We build better telescopes. We probe deeper. We have the courage to entertain wild ideas, to listen to the whispers in the static. The answers won't be found in simply tweaking our old models. They will require a revolution in thought as profound as the one sparked by Copernicus or Einstein. We are on the verge of a new understanding, one that will not diminish the magic of existence, but will amplify it beyond our wildest dreams. We are discovering that the universe is not a cold, mechanical clockwork, but a living, breathing, intelligent, and perhaps even loving creation. And we are a part of its ongoing, glorious story. If this journey to the edge of cosmology and consciousness fascinated you, if you felt that shiver of the mystical, then do me a favor. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps us continue to explore these profound mysteries. I want to hear what you think. What's your wildest theory about these cosmic anomalies? Do you think they point to a multiverse, a hologram, or something even more incredible? Please, leave a comment below and let's get a conversation started. This is a mystery we can explore together. And for those of you who are truly hungry to dive deeper, to explore the full implications of a holographic, conscious, and deeply interconnected cosmos, I've written a book that expands on all these ideas. It's called Holographic Multiverse, and it's a guide to the next great paradigm shift in science and spirit. The link to get your copy is in the description below. It's a journey I promise you won't forget. Thank you for watching, for wondering, and for being a part of this cosmic conversation. Remember, look up at the night sky. You're not just looking at the past. You're looking at a living mystery, and you are a part of it. Until next time.